I'm Kevin Davis, and this is the Catholic Family Podcast. And yeah, I'm in a bit of a strange location today for recording, but there's a very good reason for it. And I want to talk real quickly about young men and being doers and building things, making things, and how that will be how we win in the end, at least in society. And I'm in the back of our unfinished garage right now, and I wanted to show you something that my younger brothers, Gabriel and William Davis, both made for us while they were visiting Bavaria. So remember, these two young men, William 16, Gabe is 18, they were here for vacation, obviously to see Europe, and they took maybe 2 days of their time or a day and a half of their time to build us a very fantastic gift. Now, what they built is completely out of old wood. So it's all reused from past projects or old shelves from closets that were no longer in use. The only thing that is not old or that was previously made is the crucifix itself. And as you see, let's see how I do this. They built for us this fantastic shrine for a crucifix in a Bavarian shrine. This is something that you'll find quite often along the roads and the paths in Bavaria and Austria. One of the best things that I find of the tradition here in general, honestly. And Gabriel and William, Gabriel being the mastermind, William being the grunt work, both again took maybe a day and a half to put this together. And I think that I was so inspired by it that I really wanted to share it with everyone here. I mean, partly, there's so many things that I'd like to say about it. I mean, part of it is that it's so selfless. You know, they came here on their vacation and built something for us, you know, that for us will last forever, I hope, but they may never even see it again, you know, and I think that's a pretty impressive thing, that you build something for its own value rather than for yourself, something that will last for someone else, like these great churches in Europe, which I think it's a really great example of how we should build for the future and think big and think for our children and our grandchildren, not always for our immediate gratification. And this is a great example of that these boys took their time to build this for us, not for themselves. And another thing that really struck me was that these are two young men, 16 and 18. Gabriel is heading off to the major seminary in Olathe, Colorado, so please pray for him. William is heading back to the minor seminary, so again, please pray for him as well. And these young men built something beautiful. I mean, that's pretty fantastic. These are teenagers who built this shrine in a couple of days, and I'm really floored by it. I am really truly in awe, because it's not something that I can do. I guess I could if I really tried, perhaps, but I don't have the brain for it or the willpower sometimes. And it's something that I really wish I had more of. I mean, it's something I need to work on, right? It's something that we all have our issues and strengths, but they created something. They created this shrine in honor of our Lord and as a gift for us. And that's so incredible. And it's something that I think that as a society, this is what we have to do. Young men, go and make things. Go and build things. Go build a shrine. Learn how to work with your hands. Learn how to create, to sculpt, to carve, to paint. Yeah, we were recently in Rome with these same boys, and you just see the magnificence of it all. And it's only there because there were young men who learned that they had a God-given talent and then put that talent to use. And that's what my brothers did. You know, they had talent that God gave them, and they put it to use to create something. That's so inspiring, and I think that we should all really take that to heart. Especially, let's go and be doers, to be creators, make beautiful things. If you have a talent for drawing or for painting or whatever it is, go and put that and put it to use for the honor and glory of God. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a job. You're going to make money from painting churches or something. I mean, perhaps if you're great at it, you can. But use your time, maybe your vacation days, and create things, because this will last. This huge crucifix that's going to sit in the corner of our yard and will be seen by most people who walk by our home. And we have many hikers in the area who walk by. They're going to see that. They're going to see, the reflection of our beliefs. They're going to see our honor of God and our values. And I hope, who knows, somebody could walk by that and that could change their day, could change their lives. You never know, one thing that you do that could change someone's entire perspective. And this is one of those things. I just can't say it enough how impressed I am by these young men. In Rome too, I mean, and God bless Father Benedict and Father Philip for helping to put these young men on the right path. God willing, they stay on it. And pray for those two priests as well, as they try to instruct young men to be the leaders of the future, in both in the world and in our faith. And it really impressed me how they acted in Rome. These were young men ranging from 16 to 19 years old, and they were well behaved. They were quiet, even somber at times. Like, I felt like sometimes I was the loudest of the group, and I'm 33. And they're very, in most ways, mature. And sometimes they acted like kids, but what do you expect? They're teenagers. But in general, they were very mild and very reserved and respectful. And while in Rome, they were so excited so many times to go and to buy rosaries. And one of the boys, young men, I should say, was buying rosary after rosary. And I just asked him eventually, I was like, man, I mean, how many rosaries do you have? And he's like, well, I have 11 brothers and sisters, or 10, I forget how many. And that's pretty cool, and so these young men were so excited. And the things they were most excited about were, experiencing their faith and experiencing the past and the history of the beautiful Catholic faith that we have, and buying rosaries for their little brothers and sisters. And that's inspiring to me. It's the little things. And I hope that some of you get to run across these young men and that they continue to be good examples. And I think we should all think about that. What example are we giving to young men, to young boys? Because these young boys are shaped by us, by the priests, by the men of society. And right now I feel like these young men are giving me an example, which is great. So what example am I giving? Especially men, women too, of course, but especially men. Let's be doers. Let's go and make things. Let's do it together. Find out who has talent and go and learn things. If you have someone who knows how to work with wood, go and learn how to do it. Spend your evenings working with your hands and fixing up your church, painting or weeding the grass. Doesn't have to be a great skill. This is how we change the world. One shrine at a time. God bless you.